Sycamore Hill was the kind of place that looked peaceful from a distance. Rolling lawns, white fences, and a silence that felt curated. But locals knew better. They avoided the old house at the top of the hill, the one with the boarded windows and the rusted mailbox that still bore the name Whitmore. In 1997, the Whitmore family vanished. No bodies, no signs of struggle. Just a dinner table set for 5, and a single word carved into the dining room wall. Listen. 26 years later, the house was bought by a young couple from Chicago, Eli and Marla. They were artists, drawing to the house's character. Marla painted in oils. Eli composed ambient music. They wanted isolation. They got it. The first night was quiet, too quiet. No wind, no insects, just the sound of their own breathing. Eli joked that the house was waiting. Marla didn't laugh. On the second night, Eli heard whispers, faint, rhythmic. He thought it was his own music, playing back from his laptop. But the device was off. The whispers came from the walls. Marla began painting obsessively. Her canvases filled with faceless figures, mouths open, eyes bleeding. She said she didn't remember painting them. Eli found her sleepwalking, standing in the basement, staring at the furnace. The third night, the whispers grew louder. Eli recorded them. When he played the audio back, he heard a child's voice repeating, "I told you not to listen." They searched the house. In the attic, behind a false wall, they found a small room. Inside, 5 chairs arranged in a circle, a reel-to-reel tape recorder, and a journal. The journal belonged to Thomas Whitmore, the father. It described a ritual, an experiment in sound. He believed certain frequencies could open doors. He called it the listening room. We heard them. They are not voices. They are memories. Echoes of things that should not be remembered. Marla hears them now. She paints what she hears. Eli records what he cannot see. The house is not haunted. It is remembering. Eli played the tape. The sound was low, almost inaudible. Then came the scream. Not human, not animal, something in between. Marla collapsed. She woke up speaking in a voice that wasn't hers. She said the house had been built on a fault, not geological, but emotional. A place where grief pooled and hardened, where sound could carve memory into wood and bone. Eli tried to leave. The front door wouldn't open. The windows showed different skies, sometimes night, sometimes red clouds, sometimes nothing. Marla painted a door, not on canvas, but directly on the wall. She said it was the only way out. Eli didn't believe her, until the door began to hum. They stepped through. On the other side was the same house, but older, dustier. The furniture was covered in sheets. The air smelled of rot. A dinner table was set for 5. The chairs were full. The Whitmores stared at them, mouths stitched shut, eyes wide. One of them, Thomas, raised a hand and pointed at the wall. The word "listen" was carved deep, pulsing faintly. Eli turned to Marla. She was gone. He heard her voice in the walls, painting with sound. He followed it deeper into the house, into rooms that hadn't existed before, rooms filled with echoes, with memories that weren't his. He found her in the basement, standing in the furnace. She was smiling. "I heard it all," she said. "I painted the truth." Eli screamed. The house swallowed it. The next morning, Sycamore Hill was quiet again. The Whitmore house stood still, its windows boarded, its mailbox rusted. Inside, a dinner table was set for 5, and a new word was carved into the wall: repeat.